Training for a marathon will make you lose weight, right? You're exercising a lot, you're obviously gonna burn a bunch of calories, so you're gonna lose weight as you go through your marathon training. Unfortunately, if that were 100% true, there'd be a ton of fad diets out there saying, hey, go run a marathon and you'll drop a bunch of weight and you'll have your dream body. Or maybe not, because training for a marathon, it's quite hard. But all jokes aside, losing weight and marathon training are both extremely difficult things. And when you combine them, it's even more difficult. Now, I am kind of a sucker for punishment, so I am trying to combine both of them. It's tricky to navigate, but I think I have a plan ironed out, and stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll share how I'm navigating these challenges to hopefully help you if you're going through something similar. And it might be obvious to you why marathon training won't automatically make you lose weight, but let's do a bit of an example here. So I run for an hour. Let's say I burn 700 calories and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And then in the evening, I say to myself, it's pretty darn nice out. It's a nice summer's day. I'm gonna give in to my craving. I'm gonna go get one of my favorite things, a Dairy Queen peanut butter parfait. Now, unfortunately for me, the run I just did burned about 700 calories, and the peanut butter parfait that I'm about to consume in about 5 minutes is 710 calories. Essentially, that run I just did, negated by the beautiful Dairy Queen peanut butter parfait. Please let me know if you agree with me. Is this an unfortunate reality of life or what? And another thing people might not be as widely aware of is that as you get more efficient at running, the same run that you did to burn those 700 calories, well, you're gonna have to run a lot harder in a couple of weeks' time because your body is much more efficient. And as you get more efficient, the same run, all else being equal, will burn less calories because you're becoming a better runner. Yay for being a better runner. Nay for not burning as many calories. That means you need to either up the intensity or up the durations of your runs to burn the same amount of calories. You see the conundrum we're running up to here. This may seem a little bit discouraging if you're trying to lose weight while marathon training or training for any endurance event. Unfortunately, the exercise in and of itself is not enough. Losing weight is all about energy management. Yes, you're burning more energy by doing the exercises and all that stuff, but the flip side of that is training for these endurance events, you're gonna be really darn hungry. And losing weight, you're gonna have to eat less than you burn. And the unfortunate reality is, marathon training and endurance events, you're gonna need fuel for not only your performance, but your recovery. Think of it like this. When you go out there and put in an effort, it's a brick. You've probably heard brick by brick builds up your endurance and you become a better athlete. But you need cement to put those bricks together. You need recovery. And that is where the calories and nutrients come into play and act as that cement to put the two bricks together to build you up so you get out there the next day as a stronger athlete. And yes, it doesn't matter if you've never run a 5K, if you've never done anything, if you're training for an event, you in my eyes are an athlete. And like I mentioned a few minutes ago, I myself am trying to lose weight while training for a marathon and trying to break 3 hours and 30 minutes. A pretty tough performance goal for my first kick at the Canada Marathon. And what I was trying to do at the start was be in about 1,000 calorie a day deficit to lose about 2 pounds a week. What I found quickly is that I felt terrible. I felt sluggish, I wasn't recovering, my sleep was all messed up because I was asking a lot of my body. So I upped the calories to be in a 500 calorie a day deficit. Still felt a little sluggish, felt a little bit better, but I want to prioritize my performance while also losing a little bit of weight steadily over my block. So I decided that I'm gonna make the sacrifice and just do 250 calorie deficit per day. And I'll explain my strategy a bit more here in a sec, but let's talk about why. The calories and nutrients, yes, they act as a cement to put in the blocks together, but you need to not be putting your body under stress in order for that process to take place, and that is recovery. And as we're restricting calories and therefore restricting nutrients, we're not able to build that cement as effectively, or maybe not enough cement at all to properly recover. And it also, yes, depends on the type of food you're putting in your body and all that stuff, but that's a topic for another video. And yes, maybe you could go through a whole marathon block in a calorie restricted state, but it wouldn't be your best marathon effort, that's for sure. Maybe you would lose weight because you're in a pretty big deficit while also asking a lot of your body, but you aren't going to perform that marathon at your best. You could definitely finish if you put in the training, but for me, where I'm at, I want to perform. So it all depends on your goal for the marathon. So my marathon block is 20 weeks and I want to lose about 10 pounds. So I can afford to lose half a pound a week. But there's a couple of caveats to that I don't want to mess with. So my long runs and my highest intensity workout days, I don't want to mess around with. I want to be as fueled and as prepared as possible to perform and recover from these days. So I have 4 days a week where I'm training relatively easy or not super intense. And on those days, I'm going to be in a deficit. I'm going to aim to have that 1750 calorie deficit spread across those days, and then on my hardest days, eat at maintenance. And actually, the day before my long run, I also eat at maintenance because I want to be fueled and have the glycogen stores to get through that long run without suffering. And even with this, I am trading performance in order to lose a bit of weight, but I'm okay with that because hopefully that little bit of weight that I lose through the marathon training block kind of works to help me feel lighter and faster on race day. So we'll see what happens. I'm a walking science experiment. And if you want to do something similar, losing weight while training for an endurance event, here are a couple of things that I would suggest. Firstly, if you are just getting into endurance sports and you have quite a bit of weight to lose like I did, I had 150 pounds to lose. That's a lot of weight. I would recommend that you don't look for an event to sign up for. Losing weight is tough and you need to focus all your energy into losing that weight. Go at 1,000 calorie a day deficit and get that weight off as fast as possible, but not too fast. Don't take any cheat codes. Do it the hard way, and I promise it will stay off if you do it the challenging way because you know how hard you work to get that weight off. Don't take the shortcut. However, I understand that doing an endurance event is a lot of fun, and having something on the calendar can be motivating in and of itself. So if you do want to sign up for an endurance event while also dropping a little bit of weight, I would recommend no more than a 500 calorie deficit a day. This will help you avoid getting injured, it will help you recover, and you'll feel more energetic through your training and have more fun on race day. And if you have more fun on race day, you're almost guaranteed to get back out there and sign up for another one. You might not think that while you're in the middle of the event, I can promise you that, but you will want to get back out there if you have fun. Losing weight is hard, training for an endurance event is hard. You gotta make the choice. Are you gonna do a bit of a trade-off and train for an endurance event while losing weight, which is totally awesome? Are you gonna focus purely on performing an endurance event and sacrifice losing weight for that time? Also awesome. Or are you gonna go head on and tackle losing the weight first? These are the choices that you need to make for you personally, and I hope that this video helps you understand that the trade-offs are there and what the trade-offs are and how you might be able to mitigate the downsides of losing weight while training for an endurance event. All right, folks, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you trained for an endurance event and lost a bunch of weight and actually felt good at the end of it? I would love to hear. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.